All right, welcome back to another After Dark, everyone. Hope you all are having a good night so far. And for those of you who checked out the morning video, first of all, happy 23rd. And when I said that I had a cool segue into the 24th, I figure this is about as good as it gets. So this is a video from Nonstop called Jordan versus Kobe, every time they faced off. And yeah, like I said, this is from Nonstop. I'm going to link the original video down below in the description, like I always do, you guys. And, excuse me. This should be fun because if I remember the timeline correctly, they would have faced off a handful of times while Jordan was still a Bull and Kobe was a young Laker. But that wouldn't have lasted too long there. I think the majority of the times they face off are going to be when Jordan is wearing a Wizards jersey and the Lakers are the Dynasty Lakers with Shaq and Kobe and Phil Jackson. So I'm pretty sure Kobe wins this. I'm not sure. But obviously this is not prime versus prime. This is like super young versus like old Jordan. And then a little bit closer to prime Kobe versus like super old Jordan. So, but it's still fun to see these guys face off. And like I said, I'm doing this mainly because like this is a handoff. We get to see Jordan in action, but then it's gonna hand off to tomorrow, which is all about Kobe. So, anyways, everyone, long intro out of the way. It's been a while since I've done an After Dark, and it feels kind of nice. I haven't had as much time lately to commit to the After Darks, but something I definitely want to get back on track to. But we'll see what happens. No promises, but I have not forgotten about the After Dark. All right, everyone, let's do this. Let's get the celebration on the road. Happy 23rd, everyone. Happy Air Jordan Rewind. Thank you so much for being here with me and celebrating with me. Now let's watch two of the greatest go at it. And just, it's a celebration to me. You know, doesn't matter who's winning, who's losing. Just the fact that these guys got to go against each other and we got to live to see it. That's all that it is to me. All right, like the video if you haven't done so yet. It helps out a ton. Let's do this.
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant were extremely similar as basketball players and are the two greatest shooting guards in NBA history. Even though Kobe and MJ never met in the playoffs, they played a total of 11 games against each other. Here's the complete history of their matchups with statistical breakdown and all the trash talk that came with their killer mentality.
All right, let's do it. Mind you, the first couple of games, Kobe's probably only going to play a couple minutes. Okay, because that's how his career started.
Number 1, December 17th, 1996. Bulls 129, Lakers 123. Kobe Bryant took his talents from the Lower Merion High School directly to the NBA in 1996. His parents had to sign his first contract because...
And the reason is going to be because of this guy. And it's not that he was wrong. He had Eddie Jones, you know, who was a solid two guard. I mean, he was like an all-star caliber two guard at the time. When you got this kid coming out of high school, who's unproven, and unfortunately for Kobe, he had to sit on the bench a lot in the beginning. Obviously, Kobe ended up better than Eddie Jones, but I kind of feel for Coach Dell here a little bit.
Because he was underage.
That's a hard position to be in.
Bryant was the youngest player to ever suit up in an NBA game. And even though he was quicker than most players and extremely advanced for his age skill-wise, Kobe was still just a skinny kid fresh out of high school. Jordan was the biggest sports superstar on the planet, and Kobe was barely playing. The lack of bulk limited Bryant's playing time as a rookie, and it wasn't a surprise that Jordan gave him a basketball lesson in their first game, showing the rook he's still a bit wet behind the ears. When he subbed into the game, Kobe immediately switched on to Michael, who shook him like Mobb Deep for an easy layup. The Bulls won the game against the Lakers in overtime, and Jordan had 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Let me see his help. Damn, Scotty. Scotty put up 35, 10, and 6 this game. Wow. All right. Randy Brown off the bench with 13. Why? Where's Steve Kerr? Steve Kerr, 17 minutes. Okay. So Steve Kerr played like crap. Randy Brown stepped in, filled the gap pretty well. Bet he got a couple of steals with that too. Dickie Simpkins, yeah, it's your usual 0 points. Old Robert Parrish on this lineup coming off the bench. Where's Luke? No Luke Longley this game. Interesting. Dennis pulled 18 rebounds. Good Lord. Yeah, Jordan, I mean, solid. I'd point it out, but I mean, it's this is what's surprising. Jordan played 47 minutes. What the hell?
Bulls won the game against the Lakers in overtime
And what happened to Ron Harper? Ron Harper must have got injured. I'm so
shook
sorry,
him
guys.
like Mobb
Hold
Deep
on.
for an easy layup. The Bulls won the
What happened to Harp? Harp only played 13 minutes. So that's what caused the bench to be squeezed. So they were going to Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr also wasn't producing, or something happened because he only played 17 minutes, making Randy Brown the main PG of the game. Wow. Sorry. I love this stuff.
game against the
And
Lakers.
the Bulls started out 21-3.
In overtime, and Jordan had 30 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists in almost 48 minutes. Kobe finished with a modest 5 points on 2 of 5 shooting, but he only played 10 minutes as a reserve. Number 2, February 5th,
So that's the key there. He only played 10 minutes off the bench at that point.
1997. Lakers 106, Bulls 90.
Oh, wow,
Less
they
than 2
spanked
months
him.
later, the young Lakers rookie had another opportunity to study the best player in the game from up close. Without Shaq in the lineup, the Lakers surprisingly cruised to an easy victory over the defending champs,
What
who
the
also
hell?
had the best record in the league at the time.
With no Shaq, they killed the Bulls?
Jordan finished with 27 points on 10 of 24 shooting, 4
He shot
rebounds
bad.
and 4 assists, while Kobe had 5 points and 3 boards on 2 of 7 from the field in 12 minutes of playing time. Bryant defended Michael on a couple of plays, and this time around he was much better at containing him, as Jordan struggled with
D.
efficiency due to a long road trip and the tough game against Portland the night before.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's what it was. It was fatigue. I was going to say, because that wasn't Kobe who did it, and then Shaq wasn't in there. So, yeah, it looks like the Bulls just played like crap.
Number 3, December 17th, 1997. Bulls 104, Lakers 83.
Okay.
If you know anything about Kobe Bryant, you know that he was a maniacal worker who would spend countless hours in the gym trying to get better at every facet of basketball. After he airballed 4 clutch shots against Utah in the 97 playoffs, Kobe got much stronger in year 2. His stats doubled in almost every category, but the Lakers coach still had the 19-year-old Kobe coming off the bench. The third meeting between Jordan and young Mamba came at the right time.
Like I said, it's hard with Eddie Jones in there. I don't know what I would have done as a coach too. I mean, hindsight's easy. We go, oh yeah, well, Kobe's one of the greatest of all time. At that point, we didn't know that. So all we knew is that Eddie Jones was, someone you don't want to mistreat him, because he was kind of a star. So I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have split the minutes a little better. So, you can have Kobe playing like 18 minutes a game, something like that. I think that would have been fair. But Eddie Jones would have to, I don't know. I don't know how he'd feel about only playing 30 minutes a game. So it's tough. It's tough, man.
Time for everyone pondering who would be the next MJ
Yeah.
if Jordan indeed decided to step down after the 98 season. Even though he was still a teenager coming off the bench, Bryant had a memorable game, going bucket for bucket with the greatest player in the game and showing no fear whatsoever. Jordan finished the game with 36 points on 12 of 22 shooting, but
Nice.
Bryant wasn't far
Good shooting.
behind with 33 and 12 of 20 from the field. The
Both
Bulls
20, they both shot very good.
won the game, and MJ was clearly a better player, a seasoned vet who embodied the phrase, "You reach, I teach."
Yeah.
And while Kobe was on the receiving end of a few patented turnaround jumpers from
Yeah, I love this clip right here, because you got Jordan on the sideline just watching.
"You reach, I
Watch
teach."
this.
And while Kobe was on the
And
receiving
you got Kobe showing off, and I know, like, this look
end of a few patented turnaround
is just like, damn, man, this kid reminds me of me. Look at this guy. This guy's out there trying to prove to the whole world how great he is. I love it. I love these origins between these two.
jumpers from
Like, knowing where it led to like a full life mentorship between Jordan and Kobe. Like, seeing these beginning roots to me is just, it's fascinating. Because Jordan, with a lot of other dudes, maybe it was just because he was getting older, he was changing. But with a lot of dudes, if they come out with this tenacity, all Jordan cares about is destroying them. But in this case, he took Kobe under his wing. So there was always something special there.
MJ, he was learning and soaking it all in, trying to emulate Jordan in almost every way. Number 4, February 1st, 1998.
Okay.
Lakers 112, Bulls
So
87.
this might be the last time in a Bulls. Okay, they kill the Bulls here. Wow.
7. Just like the previous 3 meetings between Kobe and
Yeah, I mean, the Bulls are the Bulls were going for that three-peat. This third year was kind of a train wreck.
The home team notched the W when they met in February of 1998. Jordan once more won the scoring battle against Kobe with 31 points compared to Bryant's 20, but Kobe again spent less than 30 minutes on the floor and showed that he's ready to take over, going blow for blow with MJ and showing some of the same mannerisms that Michael had. Number 5, February 8th, 1998. East 134, West 114.
Okay, yeah, the All-Star game. All right.
14. Just a week after their regular season matchup, Kobe and Michael were on the opposing sides once again, this time at the All-Star game in New York. And this is what Michael had to say about the rising star from Los Angeles. That little Laker boy is going to take everybody one-on-one. He doesn't let the game come to him. He just goes out there and takes it. Thanks to fan voting.
It sounds like he's talking about himself in the 80s, in the early 80s, you know? Like that was the same mentality MJ had in the beginning, was just go out there and destroy. You know, whatever happens, happens.
Bryant had become the youngest player ever to play in the All-Star game and the first player in history that started in the All-Star game but didn't start for his own team. Bryant once again refused to back down from Jordan, and he was great at checking him throughout the game. However, Jordan proved that he's still at the pinnacle of the basketball world, leading the East to an easy victory with 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. MJ took home the MVP trophy, but Kobe had plenty to be happy about as well. He was the youngest All-Star ever, and he scored 18 points in 22 minutes, the most on the West team.
I remember that one too. Like right off the get-go, KG feeds him for an awesome fast break dunk, and it just set the tone. Like, these young bucks are here. Because KG was young too, man. He just came out of high school right before Kobe. So I was like, oh crap, this game is changing.
Number 6, February 10th, 2002. West 135, East 120.
Oh.
Jordan retired in 1998 after his 6th championship, but the competitive fire kept him restless. And
I might have to go back and rewatch this one, because I watched the 2023, the final Jordan All-Star game so many times.
Unretired for the 2nd time in 2001.
But not this one.
MJ started playing for the Wizards, and the next time he suited up against Kobe was again in the All-Star game. However, this time, the roles were reversed. Bryant was now the best shooting guard in the NBA, coming off back-to-back titles, while Jordan was trying to prove that he can still play with the best. Kobe was very much aware that this was the first time he was on the court with MJ after 4 years, and he wanted blood. Mamba scored game-high 31 points, clearly trying to exert his dominance over the field and obviously going for the MVP. And just like that, the MJ versus Kobe conversation had come full circle since their last meeting at the 1998 All-Star Game. Now the West won with a double-digit margin, and it was Kobe who won the All-Star Game MVP, while Jordan had a pretty uninspired performance with 8 points on 4 of 13 shooting.
Oh, damn.
Number 7.
I guess that makes sense.
February 12th, 2002. Lakers 103, Wizards 94.
Yep.
The fate of the schedule would have it that Jordan's Wizards played
I told you guys I was pretty sure that Kobe wins this battle as far as the face-offs.
First game after the All-Star break.
Especially at this point, like if I think the Wizards do actually beat the Lakers once. Let's find out. I think Jordan gives Kobe the business once before he retires, and then that leads to the final time, which you'll see what happens.
Against the Lakers in the Staples Center. And unlike the All-Star game, this one was a little more competitive. Wizards were trying to make the playoffs, while the Lakers were trying to maintain their record without Shaq, who was injured. It was a close game for much of the fourth quarter until Kobe pulled the Lakers away with a brilliant all-around performance. He finished the game with a triple-double of 23 points, 11 rebounds, and a career-high 15 assists.
Damn.
Jordan wasn't bad either, with 22-5.
So wait, he's passing more when Shaq isn't in the lineup? Crazy.
5. But it was apparent that the student had outdone the teacher, and that MJ doesn't have the physical capability anymore to trade buckets with Kobe for 48 minutes. Number 8. April 2nd, 2002. Lakers 113, Wizards 93. In the last game of the 2002 regular season, the Lakers once again hammered the Wizards, who were out of the playoff picture. Jordan was battling a knee injury in the second half of the year, and he came in as a reserve in this game, finishing with just 2 points in 12 minutes of action. The Lakers were on their way to a 3-peat.
So this is still first season before he put himself out of commission and got surgery on the knee.
And won the game with the foot off the gas.
Yeah, so this one counts as much as when Kobe was playing like 6 minutes a game in the beginning of this video. Yeah, like this one's kind of just a
ended up with 14 points
Nothing.
on 6 of 13 shooting, and this was easily the most meaningless game between Kobe and MJ. Number 9, November 8th, 2002. Wizards 100, Lakers 99. Just when it seemed that Bryant could outduel Jordan at will, the man who many considered as the GOAT had another thing coming for a successor. With bad knees and many years removed from his athletic prime, MJ showed the world that he's still every bit of a killer he once was, maybe just a tad slower. Coming from the bench, the 39-year-old Michael scored 25 points on a very efficient 9 of 14 shooting in a game that got decided at the buzzer by a Jerry Stackhouse dunk. Kobe did score 27 points, but was inefficient from the field, forcing a shot through the stretches of the game. This game was a prelude to another All-Star game outing between the two superstars, and it gave MJ the bragging rights over Bryant, which he would use to the fullest. Number 10. February 9th, 2003. West 155, East 145.
Now this is that classic game. This is top 3 NBA All-Star games of all time for me.
You only got 3. I got 6. Michael teased Kobe during his final All-Star appearance. Both were very fluent in smack talk, and they laughed and traded barbs in the middle of the game like it was nothing. However, at first, it seemed like Jordan would have his worst All-Star game ever, considering he missed his first 7 shots. But in typical Jordan fashion, he started splashing, and with the game on the line, it was MJ with the ball in his hands. With 5 seconds remaining in overtime and the game tied at 136, Jordan shouldered Sean Marion away and hit his trademark fadeaway jumper to give the East the 138-136 lead with 3 seconds remaining. It was supposed to be another game winner added to Jordan's rich collection, but
I love that. I love that image right there. That's so cool. That's really cool.
But Kobe wasn't interested in that. Bryant got fouled in the attempt of a buzzer-beating three-pointer and proceeded to hit 2 of 3 free throw attempts to tie the game. In the second overtime, the Kobe-led West destroyed the East and won the game by 10. Jordan finished with 20 points on 9 of 27 shooting, and Bryant had 22, hitting 8 out of 17 shots. Number 11, March 28th.
And you know Kobe just wanted to do that so he can say the very last time that they were in an All-Star game, I beat you. That's it. That's all it is.
2003, Lakers 108, Wizards 94.
Okay.
Kobe was a sneaker free agent during the 2003 season, and he was wearing Jordans during the All-Star game in February. And even though he lost the game, Michael had hit Kobe the devastating blow.
Oh, yeah.
You can wear the shoes, but you could never
fill them.
Kobe got so pissed off because of what Jordan had said that he didn't speak to his teammates for 2 weeks, and Phil Jackson wondered what was going on with him. Then Kobe told him Jordan's words that he could always copy him, but that he would never be like him. So when they played the Wizards for the final time,
yeah, okay, so this is the revenge game.
Everyone on the Lakers knew in advance that they would just give the ball to Kobe and move the hell out of the way. Bryant scored 30 of the Lakers' first 38 points, whomever the Wizards used to try to guard him. He finished with 55 points, hitting 9 of 13 for 3 and 16 out of 18 from the free throw line.
Yeah, that 9 of 13 from the 3 is really where it happened. He was splashing right off the get-go.
Jordan wasn't a slouch either, shooting 50% from the field for 23 points, but this matchup made something clear. While Jordan still showed flashes of brilliance, it was obvious that he was past his prime and that the new sheriff is in town.
Yep, I call it the ultimate passing of the torch game, because Jordan competed. He really did. He played great, but it was clear, like, okay, it's time to pass the baton to the next gen. This guy's got it. Kobe's got it.
In terms of statistics, Michael had the clear advantage over Bryant when Kobe was just starting out, but lost it during the 2 Wizards years. Bryant outscored Jordan 253 to 222 in their 11 meetings, and he also had a clear edge in victories. He went 5 for 3 against Jordan in the regular season and 2 for 1 in All-Star games for a combined 7-4 record against MJ.
That was a cool vid. Yep, well, it kind of went down the way I remembered it. Kobe probably wins that battle. I think I wasn't keeping track numbers-wise, but I think Kobe wins that battle. And what did I want to say? The thing that actually surprised me the most was that there was a couple of games where the Lakers beat the Bulls. And it was pretty uncharacteristic of the three-peat Bulls at that time, but it still happened. So that was the one that surprised me the most. I think as a Wizard, Jordan only beat Kobe once, and Kobe dominated the rest of that one. So yeah, it's just it's a different thing. It's a passing of the torch, and I love it, which is kind of symbolic that we're passing the torch from today, the 23rd, to tomorrow, the 24th. So everyone, I hope you come back tomorrow for the 24th. for a back-to-back Kobe Bryant reaction, where we're just going to celebrate Kobe, kind of like we celebrated MJ today. And everyone, I'd just like to thank you for joining me on once again another Air Jordan Rewind. Thank you so much, you guys. This is my favorite day of the month because of it. I absolutely love doing back-to-back Jordan stuff and just ignoring whatever else is going on in the basketball world and just appreciating true greatness. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me. Can't wait to see you in the comments. We have a good old conversation like we do every month. And everyone, be water, my friends.